So what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here. Baz, come on, there's no sleep around here. that was a good stab, but I didn't really have anything brainstormed after.
No, that's it. That's it. Let's get to it.
Shall we? Yeah, we really should.
Yeah, this is awkward.
So what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here.
And this is Baz here.
And welcome to another Reddit-based video, where this time we thought we'd get a bit spooky.
Spooky indeed.
Get your treats ready.
Reverb!
Jesus, I didn't know what. But yeah, guys, we thought we'd do some of these, I guess they're like creepypasta kind of style readings.
Yeah.
Because you guys seem to always enjoy the more reaction, real life. Well, this isn't real life, is it?
It is. Even if it's not true.
Yeah, as quoted by the Reddit.
Right.
How many of these should we do? Should we go for 2 or 3?
Depends on the size of the story.
I would say so.
We want to aim for 3, but if they're long, then we'll go for 2.
And if they're even longer, how many are we going to do?
We're just going to have to do the 1.
And if they're really long, we'll just do half of this one and we'll scrap it. But yeah, if you guys, I guess, want more of this, what do they do, Baz?
Oh, you like the video? Let's shoot for 7 million likes.
Votes. Let's get 6 million votes on this video, please. That would be really appreciated.
You subscribe. Let's aim for 2 million subscribers on this video. Thanks for watching.
And ring the bell and you'll be entered for V-Bucks.
Got tiny thumbs. It's hard to actually open doors with gate things.
Story 1. A letter from a girl.
Would you want to take this paragraph by paragraph?
I think that would be the best way to do it.
Okay.
Why don't we do it word by word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi.
First
time.
I
saw
you.
I.
What? No. So this first story, guys, is called Letter from the Girl Who Watched You Grow Up. This sounds a bit weird, you know?
Just send an email. It's 2018.
Well, I was going to say, this must have
Search
been
me
like...
on Facebook. Tweet me.
The girl who sent a pigeon carrier about watching me grow up. 1945, Reddit. All right, let's go.
Right, here we go, guys. Here we go, guys. The first time I saw you, I was surprised I could see you. Okay. You had a small turtle in your hands. You kept calling it Michelangelo, which I assumed was a nod to the Ninja Turtles. You tossed your long, brown hair behind your back and knelt down to place the turtle on the ground. You were excited to see it wobbling on the grass. It reminded me of my cat and how I used to play with him when I was your age.
Nothing wrong with this.
Nothing
Seems
wrong
fairly
at all.
genuine.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit weird that you're watching someone play with a turtle. It's a bit of a strange memory to have.
Yeah.
Anyway, I witnessed your entire... I knew this would happen. I know I'd mess this up. I witnessed your entire childhood from my small window. Your first ride on a bicycle, your first day of school, your first real friend Brenda, your first day of middle school, and the cute uniform you got to wear, the time you won the science fair and you brought home a trophy shaped like a saddle. You were Why can't I read this? You're such a happy girl. How old is this person?
Yeah. Hang on. So it is a girl. Okay. I saw you grow older. Your body changing.
I don't like where this is going.
You grew taller.
Stop!
Your body slimmer. Stop! Your face as beautiful as ever. I witnessed as others started to notice you in a different way. The stares from the jealous girls, the googly eyes from the young boys. As all this happened before my eyes, I noticed myself changing too. I got older. I got weaker. I got disillusioned, bruised.
Whoa.
I lost my will to escape my painful life. All I had was this window to your life to keep me going.
Jesus.
I lived my days through yours. Watching you was enough entertainment for me. You couldn't know the different ways you saved me from bad thoughts, bad days, and all the pain I'd been suffering from.
Jesus.
So
I'm waiting for them to reference like one bad habit, like, I watched you turd in the garden and your mum went, like, it gets really weird.
Yeah.
I saw the day that handsome young man came to pick you up in the red convertible. Your mother wasn't happy about it, but she knew she had no choice. You had to start spreading your wings at some point. You left in a gorgeous floral dress that matched the summer flowers. You came back late at night. You had suffered bear and some leftover cotton candy. What? Oh, what am I talking about?
You had stuffed.
I don't mess up.
Suffered.
You had a stuffed bear and some leftover cotton candy. I imagine you had gone to the fair. I imagined all the rides you must have gone on, all the fun that must have been for you. I was so happy that you had enjoyed your first dates. And then came the magical kiss. You leaned in, blushing. Whoa, this is weird.
Yeah.
Your cheeks were so red that I instantly knew I had witnessed your first kiss. What? This is, okay, I don't know if I can read this much more. I closed my eyes, imagining what that must have felt like. For 1 second, I imagined it had been me wearing that dress, smiling so big, with butterflies in my belly and a kiss on my lips. But I was happy for you.
Oh, so it's a woman.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, it still makes it a little bit creepy.
Yeah, definitely.
I wanted to thank you for allowing me to live again.
Hey?
For allowing me to dream again. I wanted to thank you, but just couldn't bring myself to you. I couldn't go talk to you. I didn't know how. If only you knew about my window.
And then, one day, I heard him talking about you. The man I live with. He noticed you. I heard him complaining about how pretty girls like you shouldn't show off their legs like that. The moment he mentioned your legs, I knew it was over. I knew you would become his next trophy. I had to keep you away from him. This was my chance to thank you. I couldn't let you turn into me.
How big is this girl's window? She's just a massive
If you actually
window.
look at the house, it's just one window. It's just one collective window.
Ah, just a mansion window.
So she was living with a murderer then, seems like. She was living with a man who was...
Yeah, into killing girls or something.
Gosh.
Or worse.
But it said, I couldn't let you turn into me, so maybe docking the legs, capturing? She was a captured person?
Maybe.
I don't know, let's keep going.
Man, I had been lucky. I don't know why he likes me this much. Most of the girls came and went, never to return. And yet, amidst all the years, he always kept me down here. I think it's because he saw that I still had a light in me. Because I had you. All the other girls died long before he killed them. Oh my God. I could tell that they were already dead in their eyes long before he viciously murdered them in front of me, showing off his skill.
But not me. You kept me going. I had my little window, a little crack high up on the wall of his basement I call home. He didn't like that he couldn't break me down. He didn't know about the little crack, so he kept me to see how long I could stay like this. It is a sick game that I've been winning thanks to you. What the hell?
But then, he noticed you. And I knew what fate awaited you. If he laid his monstrous hands on you, whatever strength I have left, I've collected it and prepared myself to finally do something about it.
So she was a captured person.
Yeah.
The only reason that she
She's
didn't...
in a basement somewhere.
So somehow that just by her being captured and I guess seeing that was the reason why she didn't break?
Yeah.
Oh. I want to thank you, because if you're reading this letter, it means I did it. I gathered my courage, packed it neatly into action, and went through with my plan to escape once and for all. I will make him believe I've died. I don't know if it will work, but if it does, he will reach to pick me up. I'll immediately kick him as hard as I can where it will hurt the most. So it's bumhole.
Yeah. Right
Weird.
in the gooch.
Yeah.
Hey?
As hard as I can. I will then steal his keys and run as fast as I can and drop this letter off in your mailbox. Whoa, I have a feeling he will chase me to get hold of me eventually because I'm weak. I'm very weak. Battered. There is barely a human left in this body of mine, but if that's the case, I've been prepared to leave this world for a long time. I doubt anyone will hear or see me. The street is so desolate. You're the only life here, it seems sometimes, but so long as you get this letter, I know that I did my part and that you'll be safe.
God damn.
So how if she gets captured after that, how does that prevent him then going and getting her?
Yeah, I know.
And then she
Could
goes
just
to the
say,
police
okay,
with
she's
this.
gone, I'm going to get this girl now. Monsters are real. Oh,
Why is it-
no.
Oh man, that's the Ryan. Oh,
no,
my
what
god.
are you doing up there? This one is named Ryan Morehouse. He is your front door neighbor. I have been kept captive in his basement for a very long time. I've lost track of the years, but I believe I must be in my late 20s by now. I was 15 when he first brought me here. My parents must have looked for me. Please don't tell them about me. I don't want them to know about the torture he put me through. I don't want them to see me broken down this way. I just want you to report him to the police. His evil nature and depraved mind can be stopped. Only be stopped if he is caught behind bars.
They will find bodies dangling in the walls of the basement. I've learned to live with the smell by now, but they will notice it the second they step down here. There are a lot of young girls in the walls of my room down here. And they said there.
Down here.
Down here. Down here. Tell them to treat them delicately. They were good girls. They've been my companions, my friends. Okay, now, next chapter.
Most of all, I want to thank you. You're the only thing that kept me going. You were my light. And now I'm escaping thanks to you. Escaping this awful room. Escaping this awful life. Even if it means I finally get to die. With love, the girl who watched you grow up.
Jeez, and then it looks like the separator is then from the person's perspective who got the letter, isn't it?
Yeah.
We found this letter in our mailbox. After contacting the police, they entered the home of our neighbor across the street. Over a span of 5 days, they found a total of 15 bodies hidden in different parts of the house.
Oh my.
He had plans to kidnap our daughter, but thanks to this mysterious stranger, his plan was intercepted. So that means they never found her. So she must have escaped, but then recaptured, maybe.
Yeah.
Don't know.
By another guy.
Well, no, saying that, we still have not found the girl who wrote this. We'd like to think she made it out alive, but sadly, this isn't likely as Ryan Morehouse is also missing. We don't even know her name, but we did find the little crack in the wall, the only one where she saw my daughter grow up from. Damn, that's weak police then to let them look into the basement. Because if she would have then seen through the crack as well, wouldn't she have seen the dead bodies dangling there?
Yeah, true.
Do you know what that reminds me of? You know, the Welcome to the Game 2 with the doll maker.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that.
Probably is him.
Oh, is it?
Precious.
So it was called Ryan Morehouse, you think?
Oh, no.
I know where he went.
Where?
I know, because it says he went missing, Ryan Morehouse, didn't it?
Yeah.
Went to Morehouse. Story number 2. I answered a spam call.
Hello, is this Mr. Henderson?
There was no real reason for me to pick up the phone. The spam app on my cell called out the mystery number right away.
Jeez.
But how? I thought,
Naff
it. There was no one else left in my life for me to talk to. Even the debt collector sounded good at the moment. Oh, am I doing this whole thing?
Yeah, I'm only doing the bold bits.
Okay.
That was the agreement.
My wife was murdered in 2015. Okay, there really isn't an easy way to say that other than getting it out of the way early. It was a random robbery gone wrong. One rainy night, some sick tweaking F snuck into our house and shot her.
Jeez.
God.
That's always been like a phobia,
Yeah.
you know, like...
A house invasion.
They do say this Reddit's called NoSleep, I guess.
The suspect was caught 2 days later and sentenced to life in prison. He still sits there today. I've worked in web development ever since. The job is remote and the field caters to my hermit-like behavior out here in the woods of northern New Jersey.
Oh, that explains... Because I'd love to live in the woods, but then you're like miles away from civilization sometimes, so...
Yeah. The lack of drug testing is really just an added benefit.
What?
I was perfectly free to F up the remainder of my own life.
Dang.
I don't have any friends anymore. Not really. Sometimes. I guess it's easy to look for companionship in all the wrong places. Senior or junior?
Oh, is that me?
No, that's me, I think, because, yeah. Senior
Oh.
or junior? I replied to the it's a lady.
Oh.
With a sigh before settling into the armchair in my office with a bottle of wine. The wind whips the old pine tree in our backyard so hard I thought it might toppy.
Toppy? I'm not being funny, but in between someone just saying, is this Mr. Henderson, he thought for a long time. They must have just sat there on the phone like...
Miss Henderson. Just, oh, you know what, screw it. They're obviously dead.
Yeah, stood there. 28 days later, music playing while she just sits there and thinks.
Senior.
Said the pretty, calm voice on the other phone. She sounded familiar, but I blame that notion on the half-empty bottle of wine.
Apologies, ma'am, but Senior died 6 years ago. I said, a little annoyed at the lack of record keeping at this place. She paused.
Oh gosh, that is not what we have here. I'm so sorry, sir. We were not aware. Please forgive the intrusion and assumption. Would you mind pausing while I check my records?
Filing cabinet clicked steadily in the background as static crinkled. My guess was that the woman held the receiver to her shoulder. I chuckled a bit at the lack of audio
Held
quality.
it to a bum. I chuckled a bit.
No, that is okay. No problem at all. No worries. Why don't you start by telling me your name? I asked, cursing myself with a hint of shameless flirting at the end.
She might be like 70, pretending to have a good voice, you know? So he's
Yeah,
already
true.
flirting with this
Oh.
lady after she's literally just said, we're not aware that your wife's died. That's
Yeah.
really inappropriate. Let's carry on anyway.
She giggled. Something about that laugh was very familiar,
My name is Emily, and I work with this credit card company.
she said in a rehearsed tone.
Unfortunately, we cannot divulge which firm over the phone if you are not on the account, which you just admitted yourself, of course.
Okay.
I'm guessing that you are Mr. Henderson's son.
She mumbled while audibly thumbling through papers. Yes, ma'am, that's right. But it's been years. I could not possibly be stuck with the old man's debts, right? I asked hopefully.
Well, let's check, shall we?
There was a panicked shuffling and opening of books in the background.
Jeez, it's got really aggressive.
I'm so sorry, sir.
She replied with a regretful tone.
The rules are in one of the 3 ring binders, and they are very difficult to find. Please hold for a moment.
Did not know anybody still kept records that way. Do I get an email verification of this charge as well?
Excuse me?
I asked.
Excuse me? Button.
Email, like electronic mail, a confirmation of the charge. I asked again, allowing my confusion to turn to frustration. What was this lady's problem?
We don't do that here. Still a few years away from all those fancy features.
She continued.
But as you know, late payments are a pretty serious issue. They can even affect the credit score of an individual when a large amount has not been paid.
Okay, of course. I said, genuinely starting to grow worried and flustered. What can I do?
Is there a Mrs. Henderson in the household?
She asked quietly. Mrs. Henderson died in 06.
What year did you say? Oh my gosh, that is so horrible. I am really battling 1000 today. Eh?
I gasped. That was it. That phrase. I don't know if it was the way she said it or the fact that simply not many that people use that exact language. But as soon as she did, something clicked in my memory. My wife worked for a credit company before we met.
Oh gosh.
Her name was also Emily. The voice sounded like hers, but it was younger, more hopeful than I remembered. What is your last name? I asked. The line was silent.
Okay, this is weird.
Look, I know it's a weird question, but please, I think we know each other.
I can't give that information out.
She started. Okay, did you go to Jefferson Memorial High School?
Yes.
She said, astonished.
How did you know that? Wait, what the hell? So, hang on, okay.
His dead wife? It
I
was
don't know.
impossible. Emily was dead. The voice on the phone barely even sounded like her. It was younger, happier, more optimistic. This type of dream was actually the type of thing that kept me up a million sleepless nights in the past, and yet I was awake.
This is weird.
Could it be a coincidence? Is your mother's name Eva? There was a silence on the other end of the line. Then her mouse-like reply confirmed my suspicions.
Who is this?
I took a deep breath. Either I understood what was happening or I lost my mind. Might as well enjoy the ride. This next question is going to sound strange. What is today's date?
I'm sorry, sir. What? One moment. So wait, this is like in the past, isn't it? Because like she said, she doesn't do emails.
Yeah.
So he's like, what the heck? Okay, this is strange.
She paused and shuffled around some more papers.
Today's date is July the 9th, 1999.
It was impossible. Could it be the storm? The anniversary of her death? Emily, listen to me.
Okay, sir, this conversation is getting a little strange. Let's keep it to the payment plan.
Listen to me very carefully. One day you are going to meet a man. You're going to love him, Emily. And he will love you more than you ever know. I had to give her something to remember. On your first holiday together, he will buy you one gift for all 12 days of Christmas.
Sounds dreamy.
She replied with a laugh and a sigh.
Are you one of those psychics?
I'm serious. You will marry this man, Emily. He will buy you the ring you always wanted. The ceremony will be in a beautiful one in your hometown. Your entire family will be there, including Aunt Zelda and your grandma from Tennessee.
I like this fortune cookie,
she said with dripping sarcasm. But 2 years later, on July 9th, 2015, you'll be murdered in the home you share together. She shifted her phone nervously.
So, what do I do?
First, I tried to tell her to avoid the house that day, to never date me, to stay away forever and find a better life somewhere else. But somewhere in the middle of my rant, the line disconnected to the tune of a blood-curdling scream.
What?
I called back to find a non-working number. She never answered again. I fell asleep listening to the thunder roll through the sky. The scream from that night repeated from time to time, while flashes of her body on the floor occasionally invaded my mind. I never questioned the call. I never asked why. Maybe it was God. Maybe it was just time. But yesterday morning when I woke up, Emily was by my side. So he's going back in time. What the hell is happening here?
That ending got very confusing. Hang on a second. So he went back in the past. It was the anniversary of the day they die. I have no idea. I'm really trying to think about this.
Guys, if you know, then leave a comment down below. Obviously, it was a spam call from his wife back in the past. But,
it seems like he told her not to go to the house, and as a result, because of that, maybe that means in the past they could have met at some other juncture.
Yeah.
Because he said, oh, wait. First, I tried to tell her to avoid the house that day.
Oh, okay.
You know, so maybe she didn't go to the house on that night. Maybe they stayed away. So because of that, he was able to rewrite the past?
No, but then he says somewhere in the middle of my rant, the line disconnected to the tune of a blood-curdling scream. So she was killed on the phone? I don't understand.
I don't know, I don't know, that's where it gets confusing, isn't it? Well, there we go anyway, guys. That was looking into the Reddit No Sleep thing. That was just 2 little stories. If you guys did enjoy this one, want us to read some more, maybe we can do some like shorter stories, get like 4 or 5 in the next video. But yeah, if you guys do enjoy, let us know down below. And what else should they do, Baz?
Like, subscribe, and see you later.
Will they? Do you reckon they will, sis?
Want to see even more content from us?
Consider liking and subscribing to ensure you'll see all content in the foreseeable future.
And hey, why not check out our past 2 videos?